Hi guys, I hope you've had a good week. Now, if your job hunt in the UK has hit some snags, you're in luck because today we're covering Ireland. And the good news about the Republic of Ireland is that they're actively looking for people who can move there, start working there. And because of this, they're actively looking for people with specific skill sets whom they're willing to offer visas to. In 2023 alone, Ireland issued 20,783 visas for people from across the world. And the even better news is that Ireland doesn't get as many applications for visas as the US and the UK and Australia and Canada and New Zealand do, or even most of the other European countries. So the good news is you're not going to face as much competition as you would with those countries. In today's video, we're talking about everything you need to know to get that visa to work in Ireland, including small minor details for certain roles which you didn't think could get a visa to work in Ireland. So remember to watch all the way till the end. With that, I'm Ashika and let's dive in. Now, here's the thing. Ireland has an unemployment rate of 4.5%. But even if you were to take all of those 4.5% of people and put them to work, they still wouldn't be able to fill in all the gaps in the Ireland workforce right now because Ireland is specifically lacking certain skill sets, which is precisely why they're looking to hire people from all over the world to fill those gaps where those skill sets are concerned. Now, one of the largest sectors that is looking to hire is the healthcare sector because a large population of Ireland's population is now starting to age. And in order to take care of the aging population, they need a supporting healthcare system. The other point for you to note is that with this aging population, a lot of individuals will soon leave the skilled force sector, which then means that they need to fill in these roles. But unfortunately, Ireland is unable to fill them in from within Ireland, which is why they're also actively looking to hire people from outside the country. The good thing is if you're from the EU or the EAA, you don't need a work permit to work in Ireland. You can simply move there, but as long as you show that you have sufficient funds to take care of yourself and support yourself for 3 months. If you don't belong to these countries, you will need a work permit. Now, a lot of people from different countries ask me if they, being individuals from that country, can get to work in any specific country. In the case of Ireland, it's really easy and you can do a simple check using the government website. Head over to this website and you will find the numbers here, and with this you can check for yourself. Now, there are basically 9 types of permits that allow foreigners to move to Ireland. They include the Dependent Partner Spouse Employment Permit, the Intra-Company Transfer Employment Permit, the General Employment Permit, Contract for Services Employment Permit, Reactivation Employment Permit, Internship Employment Permit, Sports and Cultural Employment Permit, and the Exchange Agreement Employment Permit. But that's just 8, right? That's the thing. The 9th one is the most important. To move to Ireland, your best bet is the Critical Skills Employment Permit, or CSEP. Because to be honest, if you qualify for a CSEP, you drastically increase your chances of landing that job with a visa or with a permit to work in Ireland. Now, to qualify for CSEP, you're eligible if the role that you're interested in falls under the Critical Skills Occupation List, or CSOL. This list typically covers all the kind of roles that the Irish government is struggling to hire for. Now, it's a pretty long list, about 90 roles, and the good news is that the government is looking to hire hundreds of people for each of these roles. So that's brilliant. You'll notice there are a bunch of roles mentioned, from engineering professionals to healthcare professionals, media professionals, teaching professionals, animation and design professionals, and sales and marketing professionals, and a lot more. I'll leave a link in the description so you can check it out more thoroughly. Now, just like a list for people who are eligible, there's another list for people who are ineligible, or roles that are ineligible to apply for a work permit in Ireland. I think it's really important that you go through this list and check it before you proceed any further, because if the role that you're working in right now turns up in this list, I suggest you stop. It doesn't mean you can't get a job in Ireland. It basically means that you'll probably need to swap roles or make adjustments in your current career if you plan on working in Ireland. For instance, teaching assistants fall under the ineligible list. But if you're very serious about moving to Ireland and you enjoy teaching, there is something you can do. If you see the eligible list, you will see that you need to do a course that is necessary to give you the qualification equivalent to a level 10 of the National Framework of Qualifications. because the post that you need requires only 1 year of experience to be eligible to apply for a visa. So basically, there are workarounds. Now, I'll leave a link to this as well, so please read it carefully. Now, here's the thing. Apart from the roles mentioned in both of these lists, there are some other roles as well that don't really fit entirely into either of these lists, so they have their own set of rules, but we'll come to that a little later. Now, the good thing is that the CSEP, or the Critical Skills Employment Permit that we discussed earlier, was honestly conceived with the intention of getting skilled individuals into Ireland and retaining them, which basically means that they've made the pathway to residency easier for this particular permit. So if you're looking to move to a country, a really good country, and you're looking to move quickly without too many hindrances, this is a really good bet for you. Now, the CESP is typically issued for 2 years. It's minimum 2 years. But here's the thing, once it expires, unlike the other employment permits in Ireland, you don't have to renew it. Instead, you can get a stamp 4 on your passport. The stamp 4 is residence permission that allows you to live and work in Ireland without necessarily the need for an employment permit. And the good thing is you can renew your stamp 4 every 2 years, and once you've completed 5 years, you're eligible for residency or PR in Ireland. Now, before you apply for a work permit, there are a couple of things you should keep in mind. The first thing is that you have a job offer and that the job offer offers you at least 64,000 euros or 32,000 euros if your role is on the critical skills occupation list, or 27,000 euros, but those are very few scenarios. Now, remember I had mentioned that there were certain other occupations which had slightly different rules attached to them. Let's talk about that for a bit. Professions like carers of persons with special needs, people who work in restaurants or takeaways, people who work as meat boners, HGV drivers, accountants whose qualifications are not recognized, nurses and doctors. In all of these cases, there are special rules for their employment, and each of the rules are different. So depending on which of these categories you fit in, you will have to specifically read the nature of the details that are mentioned over here, because typically you would think that these roles might not be eligible to apply for a permit, but that's where you're wrong. There are exceptions. Now, here's the thing. Despite being in the restaurant business, they are allowed to apply for a work permit as long as the designations are of an executive chef, a head chef, a sous chef, and certain designations like that. So there is a workaround. In these cases, they'll still be able to apply for critical skills or a general employment work permit or an ICT or an intra-company transfer permit. It's still possible. So if you work in any of these roles, head over to this page and check out all of the details here one by one to see if you have any leg room to apply for that permit. Let's quickly take a look at the costs involved in getting these work permits. Except for two, all of the permits are 1,000 euros up to 24 months and 500 euros for 6 months or less. And if you're looking to renew it, it's 500 euros to 750 euros for 6 months or less, and 1,000 euros for up to 24 months and 1,500 euros for up to 36 months. The process to apply for these work permits is fairly simple, and the government has documented the entire process in a step-by-step document. So all you need to do is head over to this page and you'll find all of that information here. And the best part, the entire process is online, so you can pretty much apply from anywhere in the world. If you do have a CSEP, you pretty much get on the pathway to permanent residency just within 2 years, because then you can reapply whenever, as far as you want, as many times as you want, with no restrictions, and within 5 years you're eligible. And the good thing is it's not very stringent where roles are concerned. Like, for instance, a lot of people write in saying they have professional driving experience, truck drivers, lorry drivers in different countries, and they always wanted to move to the UK. And like you know, moving to the UK is really difficult for these roles. Ireland, on the other hand, seems to be a lot more welcoming. So if you are looking to move to countries, I very, very strongly suggest you consider Ireland. It is a brilliant place to be. It's absolutely stunning, absolutely gorgeous, and it gets your leg into Europe. So why not, right? Now, here's the thing. If you are considering Ireland, why not consider Germany? I mean, it's a beautiful country and it's actually looking for a lot of skilled workers. If you'd like to know more, watch this.